Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Rizka Azilia. I'm from English Education Department of Unisnu Jepara. Over here, I will explain about the implementation of Congklak game in ELT for young learners from the article. Recently, teachers have been investigating imaginative ways to lock students into learning language structure. Congklak is a traditional board game that originated in Southeast Asia. This presentation will explore the potential of using the Congklak game as a tool for English language teaching or ELT among young learners. Congklak game is a game of strategy, mathematical thinking, and social instruction, making it a valuable resource for language learning. By joining the Congklak diversion into ELT learning, instructors can make a more intelligently and immersive learning environment for young learners. And then the main objective of this research on the application of the Congklak game in English language teaching or ELT is to investigate the feasibility and effectiveness of using the Congklak game as a teaching and learning tools. And then it is hoped that this research will be able to provide practical guidance for teachers in including Congklak in ELT learning. And then the benefits of using Congklak in ELT. The first is enhances language skill, for example, vocabulary, grammar, and communication. And then the second one is promotes critical thinking and problem solving skill. And the third is fosters collaboration and teamwork. And the fourth introduces culture awareness and appreciation. And the next one is engages young learners through a fun and interactive activities. Actually, there are so many benefits of using Congklak in ELT. And then let's talk about the implementation Congklak in the classroom. To effectively incorporate Congklak into the ELT classroom, consider the following strategies. The first, introduce the game and its role. So the first step, we should introduce about the game and the role for the student. And then the second one is incorporate language-focused activities. We should know about the focus activities from this game, for example, vocabularies or instructions or the dialogues. And then the third one is facilitate collaborative gameplay and group discussion. And then the next one, integrate culture element and historical background. And the last one is assess student learning through observation and test-based assessment. And then from this article, the research method, this study employed a mixed method approach, combining both quantitative and qualitative data collection and analysis. So over here, the qualitative method used in this study include classroom observation, semi-structured interviews, focus group discussion, and document analysis. Classroom observation, researcher conducted extensive classroom observation during Congklak-based ELT lesson. And then for semi-structured interviews were conducted with 20 understudies. And then for focus group discussion, the further explored the student collective experience and opinion. 4 focus discussions were organized, each consisting of 6 until 8 students. And then the next one is document analysis. Researcher analyzed various documents related to the implementation of the Congklak game in ELT, including lesson plan, student work sample, and teaching materials. And then for the participants of this study were 30 young learners ages 8 until 10 years old from a primary school in Southeast Asia. The students were divided into two groups. The first is an experimental group and the second one is a control group. Here is the data collection instrument. The first is pre and post test. The second one is observation checklist. The third one is student interviews. And the last one is teacher interviews. So let's see the procedure. The first, conduct pre-test to assess the student initial English language proficiency. So we can use the pre-test to know about the student initial English language proficiency. And then the second one, implement the Congklak game-based intervention in the experimental group for 8 weeks, while the control group follows the regular ELT curriculum. After we we give a pre-test, we can implement the Congklak game. And then the third one is conduct observation and record student interaction and language use during the Congklak gameplay. We can observation and record about the student activities when they are doing the game. And the fourth, administer post-test to evaluate the impact of the Congklak intervention on the student language development. After the student doing the game, we can give the post-test to evaluate the impact. After that, conduct interviews with student and the teacher to gather qualitative insights. And the last one, analyze the quantitative and qualitative data to draw conclusion and recommendation. After we give a post-test and we evaluate that, we can analyze about the data so we can get the conclusion and the recommendation. From this explanation, the conclusion is the finding of this study demonstrate the effectiveness of using the Congklak game in enhancing the English language learning of young learners. The quantitative results show significant improvement in the experimental group's language proficiency compared to the control group. The qualitative data revealed that the students enjoyed the game-based learning activities, which fostered their engagement, collaboration, and language use. The study suggests that the implementation of the Congklak game can be a valuable addition to the ELT for young learners, as it provides a fun, interactive, and culturally relevant learning environment that promotes language development. Further, research is recommended to explore the long-term effect of the Congklak game intervention and its adaptability to different educational contexts and age group. That's all I think about the explanation from this article. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you!